they tend to do simple stuff like go to school, right, and get a great job. Now, mind you, it ain't perfect because they're also buried under student loan debt. So that's something you have to talk about. And, and I think also all of us need to learn how to start businesses and invest and not just work for white people. But black women are kind of doing that thing, right? And black women are showing up articulate and prepared for the future and building, ready to have families and all that. But then you're 29, 30 years old and you're like, okay, I'm ready to find a husband, and you meet a dude who's like, "Liz, you know what I'm saying? Some boy, but you want shorty, I mean," and then he's imitating these toxic men that have been heavily marketed. Billions of dollars are put into this. We don't have billions of dollars to invest to market toxic culture, but they're marketing this image of false manhood that is literally putting in front of you some individual who is pretty much unmarriable because his mindset isn't even shaped for stability, family, and prosperity. Right? He's not prepared to lead a household. He's not prepared to make the intelligent decisions that a man has to make in order to create stability for a woman and for children. Right? So you end up saying, deciding, okay, either I'm going to remain single or I'm going to get impregnated by this guy who doesn't have that structure in his mind, who's never really sort of been prepped for manhood. There are a lot of 40-year-old children out here. Just are, and I think that in order for us to move forward, we got to have honest conversations about this, because here's the thing, and this is why I would talk about this in an economics class, is because I've told you all, we've gone through the statistics on how broken families have far less wealth than families that are stable. So, the lowest net worth in America is the single black mother with children, and fathers that have multiple babies mamas are typically broke. They can't even be part of the economic system. Some of them got to run off and hide because they can't afford to pay the child support. Well, the obvious question to ask is, hey, brother, how did you end up with six kids and four babies mamas in the first place? Who told you that that's normal behavior? You have a mental illness. Something's wrong with you for you to think that. And the same thing can be said to the mothers. Four, yeah, four kids, four daddies. Like, is the sexual addiction that great? That addiction to the dopamine. We've broken down sexuality, what the dopamine does, and how it connects to the oxytocin, which creates these unhealthy bonds with unhealthy people. Right? What in the world is going on? What you really needed was some therapy, because maybe your missing father caused you to go and chase after men that are not good for you, or maybe you just got an addiction to the dopamine, which helps you to what's the word I'm looking for, numb the trauma, the undiagnosed, untreated trauma that you refuse to confront with a therapist. Do you understand? Do you see how these things are all connected? So again, I'm not here to vilify men or vilify women. I'm here to vilify all of us. I'm here to talk about all of us. I'm talking about all of us because it takes all of us to make a community.